The world needs to act fast to stop global warming, but what if the biggest problem is that we simply can't cut carbon fast enough? It may seem that we have to choose between greenhouse gas emissions on our planet, but could carbon capture technologies be the answer? From air capture to land-based terrestrial systems, we should explore them all before we give up hope. Welcome back to Genesis. We're back today with another exciting episode on the topic, can carbon capture save our planet? Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell for regular updates. Humanity is currently in the midst of a climate crisis, and many scientists say we only have a few short years to stop it from getting worse. This means addressing unemployment, increasing social equality, and dismantling climate change, several tasks that may prove difficult or impossible under current conditions. One solution that can help all three: carbon capture. The CO2 produced by humans is the primary cause of global warming. It's also a valuable raw material for making products such as carbon fiber, so it can't just be discarded. But there's no way to reduce greenhouse gas emissions without also reducing fossil fuel use. The good news is that researchers have invented technologies that can capture carbon dioxide out of air and convert it into useful materials. Carbon capture technology has been in development for years, and we've now got the ability to remove greenhouse gases from the air. But it will take a monumental effort to scale up this technology in time to save our planet. A very alarming scenario now exists in the world. Numerous studies published at the end of 2018 claim that catastrophic effects of climate change are imminent. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, predicts that global temperatures will increase by 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2030 and 2 degrees Celsius by 2050, and will continue to rise after those dates. The IPCC, the world's leading intergovernmental body for assessing the science related to climate change, says that we need to reduce the use of fossil fuels by at least half by 2050, or face severe, pervasive, and irreversible impacts for people and ecosystems. Those increases will cause disastrous effects, including record-breaking sea level rise, flooding, wildfires, extreme weather events, famine, and wildlife habitat destruction. The impacts will hit the world's poor particularly hard. Different parts of the world will be affected in different ways, but by 2100, average temperatures across land and ocean surfaces are projected to increase by 2.6 to 4.8 degrees Fahrenheit, or 1.5 to 2.9 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels relative to 1880 to 1920 baseline temperatures. But that doesn't mean we have to give up on trying. To help cut emissions, some scientists are developing technology that can capture carbon dioxide from industrial plants and power plants, saving it deep underground instead of sending it into the atmosphere. Nets are the best hope yet to save our planet. We're at a critical juncture in climate action. Nets could be a powerful tool to save our planet, but they come with significant challenges and require large-scale implementation. We don't have time to wait. We must ramp up investments in research and development now. Nets would extract CO2 or other gases directly from the air, change land use practices to plant more carbon-sequestering trees and plants, and aggressively use natural systems to remove CO2 from the environment. So how does carbon capture fit into the Paris Agreement? The Paris Agreement suggests that a 2 degree Celsius rise in global temperatures is too high, but carbon capture could make it possible to accomplish the original goal of 1.5 degrees Celsius or even lower. As part of the effort to reduce carbon emissions, some scientists have also proposed using a technology called direct air capture, DAC, to remove CO2 from the atmosphere. The most straightforward application would be to use the captured CO2 to create carbon-neutral fuels. Other applications that don't require combustion are also being explored. But fraught with difficulty, DAC technology is unlikely to play any meaningful role in our climate stabilization plans anytime soon. According to the national academies, there is currently no market that is big enough to sustain enough entrepreneurs to investigate and create the physical and chemical technology needed to capture CO2 from the air more cheaply. Therefore, proponents of direct air capture are hoping for long-term government investments, a carbon tax, additional state or federal tax incentives, or other inducements that would resemble earlier efforts to develop solar cells or fossil fuel extraction through hydraulic fracturing efforts that resulted in changes in energy production and fossil fuel production. There's no doubt that carbon capture will play an important role in efforts to stave off the worst consequences of climate change, but time is running out, and some believe it will be too little too late. Carbon capture may be our best hope to avoid runaway climate change, but it has not panned out at scale. Can technology save us from ourselves? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.